Here we go again. This is for Leo for the month of May 2025. I almost said 2027, so you may be looking at getting something started that's going to last until 2027, Leo, or I don't know. Take it as you will. But right now we've got, we're going to get 8 cards for your month and 1 card that is going to sum up and touch every area of your life and every situation that comes up for May. And this one just flew out, so we're going to take that active aggression as a pick-me. So this pick-me card is you being disappointed about abandonment, whether it's abandonment that you were a part of. You could be looking back at an ex and saying, why did I do that? You could be looking back at an ex and saying, why did they do that? Why did things work out this way? Either way, you are trying to escape from your current position. And you may be doing so to seek answers. That's not generally how this card comes off, but it's like you're leaving a current position and trying to find answers for something from the past. Escaping from your current problems, escaping from your current, it could be that you don't have anything wrong in your life right now, Leo. That's how this is coming off to me. You don't have anything wrong in your life, so you're looking for something to fix. You could have been in a position where you are, or you were used to always having something that you needed to fix. Something that you had to do. Whether it was dishes, change a diaper, get a job, go to work, clean the bathroom. It's like there's always something, and now you may be in a position where there's nothing. There's nothing wrong, so you need to go find something that's wrong and fix it. I don't think you're going to be successful, because as soon as you walk away from this current paradise that you have set up here, because that's how this is coming off to be. It's like it's an island paradise and you're walking the beaches looking for something to stub your toe on. You're going to end up leaving behind the past that you think you want to go fix. Because as soon as you walk away from this, it feels like this paradise kind of a situation. You're going to realize that you don't need to find something that's wrong with anything, because you already got past it. You already got through it, or if you didn't, there's no point in you going back and erasing the dead. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to do anything other than entertain you for a little bit, and then you're going to have a big mess to clean up. And then we've got, and these are intuitive readings, so guys, this is just my take on the card. It's going to differ a little bit every time that I pick these up, and it may not be the meaning that's on the cards. So the cards are here for you to draw your own conclusions, get your own meanings off of them, and if you have a screen big enough, you can even read these. But I have this zoomed out so much so you guys can actually see all the cards at once, and it's a little bit easier to conceive of as a reading. I would love to be able to conceive of the ability to keep my cigarette lit, but yeah, because with the Knight of Swords, that just is reiterating this. It's like, I am going to go fix something, and no, you're not. This other situation that you were in, you may be all about communicating about it, talking about it. Maybe even this is being brought up in therapy. And no. That's all I'm hearing with this is, it's like there's a golden retriever that wants to go out for a walk because he heard the word, and it's like, walk. And they're like real happy about it, and they're staring at you like, we're going to do this. And you're standing there like, no. I'm going to see what else comes out with this, because this is kind of interesting. I've been doing these for a minute, and this is probably going to be the last one that I upload for today. So I'm tired. I'm starting to lose my voice, and I don't know. There was just a lot of energy that came in with this. You are a fire sign, so maybe that's part of it. But we've got this action that it seems like you are going off on, and then it's like enthusiastically no. Fuck that. I am very. You know what? That's what we're gonna do because I'm feeling like that is the right thing to do, and this is gonna be haphazard because I'm not shuffling the deck. I'm just pulling random shit out of the deck that feels like it is necessary. And the card on top of the deck now is going to be your 9th card. And there is another message in there somewhere for you, but I think we're going to pass on it right now. It doesn't, I don't know. Hold on. And I'm just going to make a liar out of myself. Okay, you may be getting more than 9 cards today, Leo. So you could have a lot coming at you right now, and okay. That is it. That is going to be it, and then we're going to stop there, all right? Okay. Everything out in the open, everything as it's going to be, and then you can work on everything. So you're setting up everything that you're going to work on this month ahead of time. These are plans that you have set forth and things that you need to do. You may be trying to go back to the past to fix something, and then it is an enthusiastic no. Whether that enthusiastic no is coming from somebody else that you're with, like a significant other, that's saying that, no, you need to focus on here and now. Because if you're not happy with this, I can make you not happy with this right now, but everything is perfect here. You do not need to go pick a fight. You do not need to call that ex. You do not need to get in touch with those family members that you cut out of your life for a reason. You may feel as though something may have been unfair, whether you treat someone unfairly. I think that's for the majority of where this is coming from. You feel like you treated someone unfairly in the past and may have had a lack of accountability with them. And these 3 cards are being read together. Okay, that's where we're going to take this. This is kind of haphazard, and I think that may just be your energy this month, Leo. But it feels like these 3 cards are being read together, and this is the message that they're trying to get across. These 2 cards are being read together, and these 2 cards are being read together. And maybe these 4. And they're all part of the same reading, but that's kind of how they're grouping together for me. So you're in a situation right now where you're in paradise, but you have to find something wrong with it to make it feel real. And since you can't, you're going back to look at something that made you feel something. It's not to say that feeling good isn't a true and authentic feeling, but because you're used to this something other than feeling good and feeling at a neutral point, maybe going back and finding that you acted unfair and you're guilty because of it. So it's almost as though you're trying to come back in, but again, I read the Knights a little bit differently, and even though this Knight is in the upright, he's going back to the past. He's going up to stir up trouble where there doesn't need to be any, with somebody else's raiment, with a suit of armor that he did not buy, on a horse that isn't his, and it all looks good together. However, none of it is owed to him or belongs to him, and even some of these ideas that he has are not his. So we go back to this enthusiastically no kind of a thing. And You're still seeing it for the pointy, jagged rocks that kind of surround paradise, but it's still lush and green, and you're turning your back on the lush green stuff that you have in your life right now and looking for a problem. You may have a problem finding it, but it could be because this is a position that somebody else has put you in and you don't feel like you had to work for it. Like you were trying to work towards something, but and it's not to say you haven't put work in. It could be a lot of invisible labor, and things that you do to make your family's life better on the day-to-day without actually receiving maybe a countable paycheck or something like that. It's just you put the work in and you feel like you don't have anything to show for it, but you do because you're comfortable. And that's where I'm coming in with the Queen of Pentacles, because that is someone that is comfortable, practical needs are met. And this may be a parent trying to go back out into the workforce after being a stay-at-home parent, trying to find meaning outside of their family, and that's could have you going back to, you or your partner going back to an old job, but things have changed, and even though you were seeing things for the positive notes whenever you were in it, and you just kind of like numbed yourself to it, whenever you go back to it, it's like enthusiastically no again. And then we come up to the Four of Swords. With the Four of Swords, that is my kicking a dead horse kind of a let sleeping dogs lie kind of card. That communication, that relationship is where it is because that's where things move them. If they are dead relationships, let them stay dead. Stop trying to raise the dead just to entertain yourself for a moment, because it just ends up being a bunch of mess that you have to clean up later. Yeah, you're going to find courage to start something new. However, it's going to be a challenge for you to remain emotionally balanced this month. Because I think that this justice, this guilt, is coming in with your need for action, along with the King of Cups. You want to control things by being compassionate and make yourself feel better by dealing with this guilt, by going back to something that you may have run away from before. However, I think that even though the Strength card is here in the upright, yeah, you have two compassion cards right next to each other. Like you really want to show compassion towards something or someone, but it's not going to come off like that. I really want to say stop going back to the past, Leo. Stop going back to things that you know. Stop going back and regenerating those relationships that you walked away from to try and make yourself feel better about them, because it's just going to end up with you feeling exhausted and overwhelmed, because your past and your present are not going to be able to coexist. You can't live your old life and your new life at the same time, so and I just read that providing financially as avoiding financial. You may be avoiding some kind of financial responsibility, some kind of financial integrity that it really feels like you may have lacked in the past, but it's caused you, it's put you in a position to be nurturing. But yeah, I'm going to leave that one where that's at. Because I think you got the message out of that. If that was meant for you, it may not be meant for everybody. But you may have to remember exactly how it is that you got this money. What you did to be in that position to have that. And you only have Justice and the Seven of Wands in reverse. So in total this month, Leo, I think you're going to be fighting between your past and your future, because you're in your present right now, and you may feel guilty whichever way it is that you move. Whenever that comes in, you're just going to be exhausted for the majority of the month, sadly, at least mentally. It's almost like you somehow get into a position of prosperity with this Queen of Pentacles, and you want to go back and try and fix something, but doing that is going to cause things to coalesce into a mess. Because there's a reason why these things don't work together, or why they're not already working together, and you may be stuck on the idea that these are going to work out. It just, everything and everyone just needs to agree and let me do what it is that I want to do. You are not the star of everybody's life, Leo, and that is the problem. You may be thinking that, well, if everyone just did what I think is a good idea, it would work out. Well, they just have to not be like that. Your focus needs to be more on you, and you got your card this month, Leo. You got the Strength card, and it's right underneath that Eight of Cups. That disappointment. And that's making me feel more like this disappointment may be about you or something that you did in the past, with that guilt coming up. And now I got a stack of cards for you, because we're at 17 minutes, and there's at least 5 cards here in the stack, and they seem like they are all necessary, except for the third card. So I'm going to take out the third card and let that go by the wayside, but here we go. We got the Star and the King of Wands, and sure, okay. And you still have 5 cards, even with me taking the third card out. And if you're curious as to what that is, because I feel like it's for someone, but yeah. That's not going to be part of the reading, though. Unless you feel that was for you, then by all means. So you got a third row, Leo. Go you. And another Knight. Feels like there may be a battle of the sexes going on here somewhere. You have the High Priestess in reverse. So there's a secret that you're trying to keep, that you are trying to keep from someone, and it's likely from some story, some kind of precedent that you set forth, but there's other people that were there at the same time, and they have different opinions. So just as much as you are rushing forth trying to like do goodwill and show compassion and maybe fix something from the past or pay somebody back or something like that, somebody is chasing you and trying to tell you no, stop, don't. They are feeding off of this situation. They see what you're about to do, and they think you're about to destroy your life as it is. Yeah, you may have told this person and entrusted them to keep it a secret with the High Priestess in reverse, but they know that you are going to do more harm than good, and so while air is moving back towards the past, the Knight of Air is moving back towards the past, and is coming in to stir things up like a tornado, even though that may not be their intent. The Knight comes in to do work, but whether or not that's good work and has good results is going to depend on your perspective. You have the Knight of Wands coming in and trying to chase down and feed off of whatever the situation is. and almost like suck the energy out of it, but it's not working. Because there is a purpose, there is a reason why Leo is headed back to the past, and they are going to get there, and they are going to show someone that they love them, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. And even though this isn't a relationship they are a part of right now, they are going to get their wish with the star. And this may be all fantasy because the High Priestess is up at the end. And the Knight of Wands is coming in and doing this because, and trying to stop the Knight of Air because of someone stable, because of a stable figure, the stable part of their life, of Leo's life. Yeah, this is kind of an evolving story, guys, so. And I think this is the card that's going to be the energy that touches every single part of this month. For you, Leo, we've got the Four of Pentacles, and it's going to be transportation, practical moves, has to do with money, has to do with trying to conserve your energy, conserve your money, and save things. However, I don't really see that happening with all this other McGillicuddy kind of crap going on. Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Just because you hear something about somebody from the past does not mean that you have to do anything about that information. If you need to pay somebody back because it's something that they need right now, do that. If it's money, okay, I'm going to addendum, whatever. Fine print. Do that if it's paying them back money, if it's paying them back for emotional trauma, if it's paying them back for physical damage, don't do that. If you have to pay money back to someone, have fun. Do that. Hand it off. Minimal communication. Because you do not want to get started in a fight again about old emotions, about old imbalanced. There's so many people that are in their upright right now. But it's like if they come into the same room, it's not going to be upright anymore. Everything's going to be upside down. Do what you need to settle a score, like to even things back up. But other than that, this month, if you're dealing with the past, do the bare minimum. Bare minimum communication. Don't give more than you need to, because giving more to the past than you need to is going to send you down a downward spiral. Even though you may be strong in the ideas that you have, and your intent is not reality. No matter how much you want it to be a reality, it's not going to be a reality, and it could set you back a lot if things get too involved. So please keep that in mind this month, Leo, and I'm going to let you go. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm doing dailies, weeklies, and monthlies this month, so please stay tuned for those, and I will be releasing 72-hour readings on Thursdays. Those will be timeless, and whenever you find them, they will be for you. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.